What's up, hockey fans? Welcome back to Beyond the Box Score. The ice is heating up this Friday, November 7th, with huge matchups that could shake up the standings. We're breaking down every game, digging into the stats, recent form, and the key players driving the momentum, so you can stay one step ahead of the sportsbooks. Let's hit the ice and get into these Friday NHL picks. The New York Rangers take on the Detroit Red Wings in what feels like more than just an early season matchup. It's an identity game for both clubs. The Rangers, sitting at 6-6-2, have struggled to find consistency, showing flashes of dominance followed by lapses that have stalled their momentum. The Red Wings, on the other hand, are surging. At 9-5-0, they've climbed to second in the Atlantic Division, turning Little Caesars Arena into one of the toughest places to play in hockey with a 5-1 home record. This is a meeting between two franchises with high expectations but very different trajectories early in the season. For Detroit, it's about proving they belong among the Eastern elite. For New York, it's about regaining balance and rhythm before inconsistency defines their campaign. Detroit's balanced offensive attack has powered their rise. Captain Dylan Larkin continues to be the heartbeat of this team, notching 18 points through 8 goals and 10 assists. His chemistry with Alex DeBrincat, who has added 15 points and 11 assists, has been electric, fueling a 22.7% power play that ranks among the league's best. Lucas Raymond and Emmett Finney bring secondary scoring and speed, while Moritz Seider anchors the blue line with heavy minutes and physical play. Detroit's offense is not only productive, it's confident. They average 3 goals per game and have shown they can dictate tempo through quick puck movement and layered attacks that wear down opponents. For the Rangers, Adam Fox remains the anchor of the blue line, producing 11 points in 14 games and logging critical minutes every night. Taylor Radish leads the team with 5 goals, but offensive consistency remains the club's biggest concern. The Rangers are averaging just over 2 goals per game, well below Detroit's pace. On the defensive end, Vladislav Gavrikov's steady +5 rating and Igor Shesterkin's elite goaltending have kept New York competitive. Shesterkin continues to be one of the NHL's most technically sound goaltenders, posting a 2.26 goals against average and 8.915 save percentage. His ability to stay calm under pressure and read plays early gives New York a fighting chance each night. Jonathan Quick, in limited duty, has been stellar as well with a 1.35 GAA and 8.941 save percentage, proof that depth in the crease remains a strength for the Rangers. Detroit's goaltending has been solid, though not without its vulnerabilities. John Gibson's 3.03 goals against and .890 save percentage show inconsistency, while Cam Talbot has offered steadier performances, sporting a 2.76 GAA and .897 save rate. If Shesterkin can hold off early pressure and steal momentum, the Rangers might slow the game to their grind-it-out style. But if Detroit's power play gets rolling and Larkin and DeBrincat find rhythm, the Red Wings could quickly tilt the ice in their favor. Detroit has won 4 of its last 5, scoring 14 goals in that stretch, including statement wins over Los Angeles and St. Louis. The Rangers, meanwhile, have dropped 2 of their last 3, blanked by Carolina and routed by Calgary. This game's tactical contrast is fascinating. Detroit thrives on speed and controlled entries, while New York prefers structure and defensive containment. Detroit's special teams dominance, 22.7% on the power play and 87.2% on the kill, stands in stark contrast to New York's middling 11.1% power play and 83.3% penalty kill. The Red Wings' aggression occasionally crosses the line, as their 101 penalty minutes suggest, but their ability to capitalize on opportunities often outweighs the risks. For the Rangers, Fox and Mika Zibanejad must set the tone, but with Artemi Panarin and other stars struggling to finish plays, the pressure is on to convert chances into goals. Unless New York's forecheck slows Detroit's transition game, they may find themselves chasing. Ultimately, Detroit's home dominance and scoring depth should carry them through. The Red Wings' puck movement, power play precision, and Larkin's leadership combine for another statement win at home. Prediction: Detroit Red Wings win. Total pick: over 5.5. In Elmont, the Minnesota Wild and New York Islanders meet in a matchup between two teams trying to find footing in their respective divisions. Minnesota, at 5-7-3, sits 7th in the Central Division, while the Islanders are 6-5-2 and 5th in the Metropolitan, clinging to playoff contention. Minnesota's offense has been inconsistent, showing flashes of dominance but struggling to sustain momentum. Kirill Kaprizov remains the centerpiece with 19 points in 15 games, 8 goals, and 11 assists. His creativity drives everything for Minnesota, with Matt Boldy, Marcus Johansson, and Marco Rossi providing valuable support. Despite the offensive talent, the Wild's 2.79 goals per game are undermined by defensive breakdowns leading to a 3.64 team goals against average. Their special teams have been a bright spot, with a 31.5% power play and an 86.7% penalty kill, but they'll face a disciplined Islanders squad that thrives on structure and patient play. Bo Horvat leads New York with 9 goals and 15 points in 13 games, while Matthew Barzal's playmaking and rookie Matthew Schaefer's 11 points have added layers to their offense. The Islanders average 3.31 goals per game but win primarily through defense and consistency in goal. On home ice, their 4-2-1 record showcases a team that controls tempo and protects leads. Momentum favors New York. They've won 3 of their last 5, including tough battles against Washington and Boston, while Minnesota has dropped 3 of 5, allowing 4 or more goals in each loss. The goaltending matchup reflects that difference. Philip Gustafsson, carrying a 3.11 GAA and .896 save percentage, has faced heavy pressure all season, while Ilya Sorokin, despite early struggles with a 3.33 GAA, remains a stabilizing force. His rebound control and late-game poise could be the difference. Expect this matchup to hinge on whether Minnesota's top line can break through the Islanders' defensive wall led by Ryan Pulock and Scott Mayfield. The Wild's speed in transition could challenge New York's heavier defense, but the Islanders' structure and ability to force perimeter play should neutralize most of Minnesota's rushes. Special teams could swing this one. Minnesota's power play efficiency will be tested against New York's penalty kill, which hovers near 80%. Conversely, Horvat's net front presence and Barzal's vision make the Islanders' power play dangerous against a sometimes passive Minnesota kill. The physical edge clearly favors New York, who are stronger on the boards and more disciplined in their own end. Expect the Islanders to dictate pace, force turnovers, and grind out a win at home. Prediction: New York Islanders win. Total pick: over 5.5. In Calgary, the Chicago Blackhawks face the Flames in a battle between a team on the rise and one trying to rediscover its fire. The Blackhawks, sitting at 6-5-3, have been quietly climbing the central standings behind emerging superstar Connor Bedard. Calgary, at 4-9-2, sits last in the Pacific and desperately needs to turn its season around. Chicago's offense has become one of its strengths, averaging 3.14 goals per game. Bedard has been sensational with 18 points, while Frank Nazar and Andrei Burakovsky have complemented him with depth scoring. Defensively, Matt Grzelcyk's +9 rating has anchored a blue line that allows just 2.79 goals per game. On the other side, the Flames are struggling to find chemistry. Nazem Kadri leads with 11 points, and Blake Coleman adds grit and effort, but the team's lack of finishing touch is glaring. Calgary's power play sits at 13.3%, and the penalty kill at 80%, both serviceable but uninspiring. Meanwhile, Chicago's 19.5% power play and 81.5% penalty kill give them a clear special teams edge. Momentum favors the Blackhawks, who have gone 3-2 in their last 5, highlighted by a 7-3 blowout of Ottawa and a 5-2 win over Vancouver. Calgary's recent form, 2 wins in 5, both narrow, underscores their inconsistency. Between the pipes, Spencer Knight continues to impress for Chicago with a 2.56 GAA and .919 save percentage. His composure gives the Blackhawks confidence. Calgary's goaltending, led by Dustin Wolf with a 3.19 GAA and .895 save rate, has been shaky. Backup Devin Cooley's numbers are better but with limited sample size. This matchup boils down to structure versus desperation. Chicago's organized attack and confidence give them the upper hand against Calgary's erratic play. Expect Bedard to continue his hot streak while the Flames struggle to finish. Prediction: Chicago Blackhawks win. Total pick: over 5. Finally, in San Jose, the Winnipeg Jets face the Sharks in a battle between a contender and a team still in transition. Winnipeg's 9-4-0 record has them near the top of the Central Division, while San Jose's 5-6-3 mark reflects growing pains amid a rebuild. The Jets' formula is clear: balanced scoring, disciplined defense, and elite goaltending. Captain Mark Schieffel leads with 9 goals and 20 points, supported by Kyle Connor, Gabriel Velarde, and Josh Morrissey, who continues to shine from the blue line. Winnipeg's power play sits at 22.7%, and their penalty kill at 88.7%, both elite. San Jose, led by 18-year-old phenom Macklin Celebrini, shows flashes of brilliance. With 21 points in 14 games, Celebrini is already the engine of the Sharks' offense. Yet, their defense remains porous, allowing nearly 4 goals per game. Goaltending has been inconsistent, with Yaroslav Askarov's 3.88 GAA and .879 save percentage reflecting growing pains. Winnipeg, by contrast, boasts Connor Hellebuck's 2.31 GAA and .921 save rate, one of the best in the league. Momentum is firmly with the Jets, winners of 4 of their last 5. Their two-way dominance and ability to close out games give them a decisive edge. San Jose's young core is promising, but the Jets' depth and discipline should prevail. Expect Winnipeg's structure and finishing touch to overwhelm San Jose's defense. Prediction: Winnipeg Jets win. Total pick: over 5. If you enjoyed these NHL breakdowns and want to keep cashing in all season long, make sure to smash that like button, drop your picks in the comments, and hit subscribe so you never miss a game day prediction. This is Beyond the Box Score, where we turn stats into winning insights. See you in the next one.